Turn the music on. Right here? No, it's not right there. It's right here. It's about time. It's about time. Okay. It's your girl. Look at T-Ray is in the building. I need Tonya on the screen. Where is Tonya? We are about to get this started. Everybody should be in listen only mode. I am waiting on a few more people to join. We'll give them 1 minute. Okay. Tonya, where's Tonya? Chat. Somebody's in the chat. Let's turn the music on. We're going to give a few more people time to join. So I'll turn the music on in the interim. Okay. Right here. That's Tammy. There she goes. Yes! Okay. All right, we got Tonya on board. Time to get started. Make it do what it do. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 2019-2020 Vision Mission I'm Possible workshop. I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this day. And I promise you, when you leave here, you will have everything that you could possibly need in terms of information from free masterminds to help you see your vision clearly in 2020. Some of you may or you may not know me. I'm the CEO of I Can't Coaching. I am Toy Addington. We have Mr. Terrell Monger. He's also a mastermind strategist as well as author, etc. Y'all, this man is absolutely amazing. I rock with the best in the game. And then we have Tonya Moore, who's also another mastermind, which is also my business partner. We're also working on my book, our book, if you will. We're co-authoring and things of that nature. So you guys are in for a treat on this day. I want to thank my sponsors for supporting me throughout this event. Cricket Wireless, 103.5, Mercedes-Benz Officials, Deep Look Cosmetics, etc., etc., etc. And I will be mentioning them throughout the workshop. Also, AW Powerhouse, she's been very, very good. She's a part of the tribe as well. She's actually one of my certified professional life coaches, as well as Coach Giovanni. Y'all, his heels are the bomb.com. And I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, upon completion, make sure that you've joined the 2020 Visionary Group so we can create community and keep up with each other and the goals that we are accomplishing. So at the end of this workshop and throughout 2020, we can actually hold each other accountable and support each other as well as track the progress. Meanwhile, again, the sponsors are making it happen. I have to send a special shout out to Deep Look Cosmetics because she has been, Jessica, been the brain behind my brand, if you will, here lately, as well as Tammy Polk. She's also author of 50+ books. Amazing. So meanwhile, I'm not doing all this by myself, and that's why we're here today, so we also can have the capacity to hold you guys up in 2020. Now, I do want to explain to you guys a few things that I do and what I've done in terms of my why, and I'm going to slow it down. Whenever you are in the process of accomplishing a goal, most people won't stick to it because they don't have a real why behind it. That why can actually be the reason why you push yourself to the next level. That why could be the reason why you actually accomplish your goals and hold yourself accountable. That why could mean the difference between you failing or succeeding. And I say that because if it was just me, and I'm sure some of you out there, if it was just you and all you had to do was things for you, think about it. Would we really get up and do it? I mean, when you have kids and responsibilities and you have to be accountable and things of that nature, it makes you move a little different. So we're going to help move you guys just a little bit different. And I want to explain to you guys what my why is. My why is my 4 babies. I am the primary breadwinner of the household. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are too. But as it relates to the SMART goals and things of that nature, I am ready to help you guys build in 2019 so we can reach 2020. So this webinar is for you if you want to learn how to set SMART goals for your 2020 vision. If you want to put the time, the money, the effort, and the energy into your vision to make your mission possible, this webinar is for you. It's not for you if you're somebody who don't want to put in the work. I want to work with gladiators who want to put actually in the work so that you can reach your goals and so that you can succeed. Do something that you've never done so you can get something that you've never had. You know, this webinar is not for you if you want it done for you. That is the reason why I told you guys to do like index cards, different colors and things of that nature, bring a buddy to hold you accountable, etc. So it's also not for you if you're not really interested in accomplishing a goal. You know, that's important. And I know oftentimes, I'm going to tell you guys this. So I've been to many, many vision board parties where I left there with a canvas that was real cute. It was real cute. That's all it was. Y'all, when I tell you I had pictures of a relationship, a scale on there, I had pictures of I-Can coaching. This is actually how I-Can coaching, I'm having an epiphany. I-Can coaching actually came to life with the thought of it from a vision board. And so what I realized is, though, it was just pictures. I was real happy and proud of that vision board. I even took a picture of it. I ain't gonna tell you how many times I looked at it. The whole year, maybe 3 times. So I came up with this theory, and I had to realize, what is it that I need to do outside of these cute pictures and cut out words? So as I was laying in my bed, actually about 3 months ago, is that right, Jess? Yeah. It was about 3 months ago. And I said, man, I gotta take this business to the next level, you know, and when you think about the new year coming up, everybody's planning out the 2020 vision. I was like, how can I do this? So Jess and I, we sat down, we had a conversation about it. And I could remember already starting the wall, right? And it literally had index cards just like this on my wall. Literally in my bedroom, I have a mastermind room, not wall, room. Literally, I-Can coaching is here, nonprofit organization is there, book is here, etc., etc., etc. What this does is it helps you truly do the things and check off the things that you've done and actually see your vision coming to life based off of making SMART goals. Not just a cute picture. We're going to unpack that. So now you don't leave with, oh, I want a better relationship or lose 10 pounds or make more money. We're actually going to show you how to do that. The formula that I'm going to show you in terms of how to do it, you can use it for anything, for your mind, your mood, or your money. You guys know the name of the business is I-Can Coaching. And my motto is, I can't let anything control my mind, mood, or my money. So that's some of the things that we're going to go over. And I will set you guys up for this. I'll only really show you one way to do this, and you'll have the formula. For those who register, I will also email you the sheet so you can fill it out as well if you're a sheet person. But I need this on your wall at the house. I need you to see your goals coming to life. I need you to see it being birthed. I need you to see when you're checking things off and celebrating the small wins along the way. Too often we get so caught up in celebrating the big thing until we miss this part right here. This is your reminder of how great you are. This is your reminder of how hard you work. This is your reminder of the sacrifices you had to make to reach your ultimate goal. So I want you also to never stop educating yourself, even after this webinar. Never stop educating yourself. If you're daydreaming about what your 2020 vision can be and things of that nature, you must be willing to make some sacrifices. later. And if you rock with me until the end, I actually have a special bonus for you guys. I want you guys to write this down. This is going to be the first thing I want y'all to do. Hashtag ICC20 I'm possible. It's impossible, but I'm possible. That's the hashtag we're going to use because there are going to be some giveaways and some wins also as it relates to this workshop. In addition, in this webinar, you will receive a proven method on how to actually set real goals, y'all. Not a cute picture on a canvas. You're going to get advice from 3 masterminds to help you make your mission actually possible 2020 and beyond. The Mastermind Wall that you will basically have at the end of this workshop is duplicatable, and it will help you accomplish any goal, and more importantly, make your vision possible and clear. I'm going to take a sip of water in just a second, but first I want you guys to know this. I'm going to show you how to secure that bag of 2020, because most people, what we want to do, we're not just doing this just because. We're doing this because we want more money. At the end of the day, everything routes back to money. And you guys know the motto, I can't let anything control my mind, mood, or money. But when you think about that M3 formula, and Tonya's going to touch on this later, you know, she is a scientific brain behind that M3 formula, that M plus M equals M. Mind plus mood equals your motivation or demotivation to make your money based off of your learned behaviors and limited beliefs. And I'm going to help y'all break some of that on this day. See, y'all coming for something that y'all didn't even know y'all was going to get. Y'all thought y'all was just going to get a mastermind wall. We're going to dive in deep. I'm going to get you prepared for the haters. I'm going to get you prepared for the naysayers. I'm going to get your mind right first. And I also want you guys to keep this in mind during your growth phase. During your growth phase, be very mindful that you are going to have people that won't believe in your vision. I know you guys see me as the CEO of iCan's Coaching, the 6-figure businesses, the foreign cars, the houses, the trips, the money, and all of that, but there's something that y'all don't know about me. There was a time when I didn't even know how the heck I was going to pay a bill in my house. The emptiness that I felt from that, the heaviness that I felt from that, the feeling of discomfort and uncertainty in terms of how I was going to take care of my children. You see, there were people who were more concerned about the material things that they thought that I was losing because of my divorce, if you will, than my well-being and my mental proximity being healthy enough to be able to survive what I was going through. And see, I stand before you today to let you know, you are not alone, Yana. You are not alone. See, when times hit us hard and it's like a gut punch in the stomach, a lot of people then knock themselves down on the floor based off of what somebody else said. So when you start to get your vision in order and set your SMART goals and you rocking with the masterminds and things of that nature, I want you to keep this in mind. Do not share your vision with people who cannot hold you. What I mean by that, if it's somebody that has not done what you're trying to do or not your confidant, don't share it with them because it demotivates us a lot of times. You deserve to have your vision clear and possible. That's why we are here. That's why we have that 2020 visionary group. So we all are trying to accomplish a similar goal and we have the capacity to hold each other. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So I'm here to let you know during this workshop, I want you to be fully engaged. I want you to think your way through what your vision is actually going to look like. Not only think it, I want you to put it on paper with dates and specific things beside it and accountability partners and bring it all together. And keep in mind that you have to get around people. TD Jakes said it the best. He said there's 3 types of friends, and I'm going to get ready to move on after this. 3 types of friends. He said you got your confidants, you got your comrades, and then you got your confidants, you got your comrades. What's the third one, Pastor? Confidant, comrades. Don't forget, you know this, Pastor. Confidants, constituents. There you go. There you go. See, this real life. So When you think about your confidence, when you tell you're confident, I'm getting ready to start this business. Oh my God, I'm gonna make 6 figures this year. I'm gonna do everything I need to do to get out of debt and poverty. Your confident gonna say, let's do this. How we need to do it, what do I need to do? That's the person that's gonna ride and die for you, right, wrong, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, if you got somebody that's around you that is a constituent, those are the people that are for what you are for, right? They're around you because what? They want the same thing that you want. And you put all your time and effort and energy into them. And what happens is once they get an opportunity from somebody else that they feel like can offer them more, they leave you hanging. Those are people that's gonna side-eye you and like, I done surpassed you. They ain't gonna stay with you like the confidants. And then you got your constituents. No, I'm sorry, your comrades. Jessica got to keep me on point. I ain't had my Wheaties. Your comrades. Me, I mean, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm over here high under this light, this live. I'm telling y'all this is what y'all finna get. So, see over there cracking up. Oh my God. So when you think about the comrades, they're against what you're against. We can talk about Trump all day long, but they don't have the capacity to hold you on your goals. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're the people that's going to leave you hanging, whether you right, wrong, good, bad, or different, because they don't care. So when you're talking about your goals to people, make sure that they have the capacity to hold you. So I'm going to do this first exercise, and I'm going to prepare you guys for what's coming your way. When you have somebody who you're talking to about your goals, keep in mind that they may not respond the way that you want them to. And then I want you to be mindful and keep this M3 formula in mind, mind plus mood. In your mind, you have neurotransmitters that tells it to produce a certain hormone based off of what you are thinking and the hormone that it produces. Those are combined. And that dictates your mood. So if you're talking to somebody and they're not positive, do not allow that to control your mind, mood, or your money. So you're going to tell them, and they're going to be negative about it. So keep that in mind. I want you to get prepared for that. Then when you get a little bit closer, when the money actually starts flowing in, guess what? You're going to have some people that's going to get a little bit closer, and you're going to have some people that's going to get on out the way. And they're going to tell you that you changed. Again, you control who you are. So keep that mind, mood, and money formula in mind. And now I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes for just a second. For just a second. And I want you to picture your 2020 vision. I want you to picture you at your 100. I want you to picture where you are in terms of finances. And then I want you to picture where you're going to be in 2020 in terms of finances. And then I want you to think about that thing you've always wanted to do that you didn't do in 2019, 2018, 2017. But in 2020, you are promising you it's going to happen no matter what. And then I want you to feel it. I truly want you to feel it. Step into that. I want you to feel it in your body. Think about it. Where do you feel it? Are you happy or are you sad with you being at your 100? Feel the joy, feel the love, feel the success, feel the gratitude. Feel it. I think oftentimes we don't feel because we don't think about it, because we can't get out of our own way. See, I'm gonna help you get out of your own way on this day. Open your eyes. How that feel, y'all? We moving on. All right. During this workshop, I'm telling y'all gonna be able to have an accountability partner. I'm gonna help you guys for those who wanted to start businesses and things of that nature, show y'all how to do it. And we're gonna jump right on in. This workshop is all about SMART goals. We need to focus on. We need to focus on the things we don't want more than the things that we do want. So we're gonna switch this thing around. So guess what? I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right, so you have to make sure, when you think about SMART goals, goals, you have to always state things in the positive tense. You know, we tend to get what we focus on. When we say, I want to stop living check to check, our brains have a tendency to build a picture of what we don't want, which is what? Living check to check, right? And in order to do that, you have to twist that thing around and try not to think about your bank account being in the negative. So let me show you how this works, right? So, for example, you can say, I have money in the bank rather than I want to stop living check to check. Once you start telling your brain, I have money in the bank, the brain will automatically start looking for where we can get the money from. Think about when you're hungry. If you say you're hungry, you're going to go look for food. It's no different from the brain craving money and things of that nature. Say things such as, I want to make 6 figures rather than I want to make $20,000 more. You know, so when you switch your train of thinking, think about it, the M3 formula, mind plus mood, your mood change. So then your proximity starts saying, you know what, we need to start looking for things to satisfy that thing that we actually want. And state it in the present tense. You know, this helps our brain assume that you will be successful. For example, you can say by December 27 of 2020, I'll be making 6 figures. You chant that every single day. I challenge you to chant that every single day. Whatever your SMART goal is, I want you to chant it in the morning and at night. So when you think about SMART, I'm gonna break this down. SMART goals, get your index cards out if you haven't already. I want you to put an S, an M, an A, an R, and a T. And then I also want you to put 3 M's down the side. In the middle of it, I want you to put different colors. The reason for this is if the brain sees it all in one color, it doesn't decipher what it is. It sees everything as the same thing. But when you put it in colors and you see under S and it has pink, that's specific. What specific goal do you want to accomplish? And then you go to measurable, and then you go to attainable, and then you go to the results are realistic, and then you go to the time. Guess what? You can check things off accordingly, or if you miss something, the brain automatically goes to it, and then it puts you back on track. So I want you guys to take about 3 minutes to put this, 5 minutes to put this together. Because after we go over this workshop, I got a treat for y'all. We're gonna go to the high performance coach, and we're gonna end this thing with Terrell. Oh my God, I'm so excited! I can't wait. I got my running shoes on. I got my running shoes on. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'll talk to you, Terrell, just to talk to you for a second. On there, do we have people? Is it anything in chat? Is it anything in chat?
It's 4 items.
In chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Does Terrell say what I think it say? It looks like it says, let me hold some.
Oh, she looking at my t-shirt.
So, a whole mess. I want you guys to go ahead and put SMART. This is starting your Mastermind Wall. And this way, when you get up every single morning, you get an opportunity to see this wall. And then as you see it coming to fruition, guess what? This is your masterpiece. No matter what it is that you got going on, this right here, all these colors and your plan, you can't escape it. I literally wake up to this because it's a reminder that I need to do what I need to do to accomplish my goals. See, it's different from a vision board. It's different from just pictures. This right here tells me what I need to be doing and who I need to connect with and how often and what is it that I'm missing and what resources do I have and things of that nature. And then I can measure it to say, am I really on track? You know, then you think about, is it realistic for me? You know, is my lifestyle conducive to what I'm trying to produce?
Yeah, but you said I need a smart recap.
Okay, so we are setting up the SMART, the MMM down the side, and then I'm gonna go over the SMART goals right now to explain to you guys what that is. I kind of wanted everybody to get it set up, but since you guys asked, I am going to go over it. So the S stands for specific. The more specific you are, the easier your goal is to achieve. So it's one specific thing. I'll give you an example. I want to make $20,000 a month in 2020. It needs to be specific, what the goal is and how much you want to make. The M is for measurable. You measure it so that you'll know when you have achieved it. You can measure it by doing what? Checking your bank account. It has to be action-oriented or attainable, i.e., you can do something about it. It's within your control, i.e., like winning the lottery. How many people gonna win the lottery? That's not a smart goal. But if you say, the actions that I need to take is get me a second job or start me a business or collaborate with some investors, that would be the actions that you'll have to take. Then you think about, is it realistic? Goals need to be both challenging and realistic to inspire you, to help set you up for success. That's what realistic is about. You can't say I want to make $20,000 more in a month with a $5 idea and you're only putting in 2 minutes a day. Yeah, that's hyperbole, but that's also realistic. A lot of people won't put in the work. They won't collaborate. They're so scared and they hold things in, or whether it's fear of failure, whether it's fear of being ashamed or trying something different, because you got to think about the brain. It will automatically protect itself from the unknown. So you got to be realistic about what your actual limits are for you and then push past them. And then time bound, you have to put a time limit to it. I'll give you an example. Like when I said I wanted to do this 2020 vision workshop, the first thing I did was I looked at a date. I started backwards. I was like, when are we gonna do it? Because my time frame told me if it was realistic and attainable for me. You know, the measure included me doing 100 people based off the Zoom capacity. And then specific was I wanted to help people accomplish their goals and learn how to set real smart goals for their lives, not just for their mind, mood, or their money, but everything as a whole, because all of that works together. Once you learn this formula, you can plug it into anything: health, wealth, finances, relationship, etc. Once you get specific, measurable, action-oriented, or attainable, realistic with the time to it, that right there will set you up for success all 2020, all 2021, all 2028, all 2072, okay? So that's the whole point of this. So anybody else in chat that I need to get with? All right. For maximum success, I want you guys to keep this in mind. You have to envision your goal. I want you to literally write out, this is homework, describe a day in the life once your goal is completed. I want you to imagine first waking up, describe how you feel. Then I want you to think about what you see and hear and what you physically feel. Fully describe your day now that this goal is completed. Who are you? Where are you? And what's important to you now? See, a lot of us just want to make more money so we can do more for our kids. A lot of us just want to make more money so that we can live a better lifestyle. A lot of us want to make more money so that we won't be stressed out. I can relate. That's why this SMART goal is important. Now I want you to think about, I'll take you through the exercise now. How much money, and this is just an example, so that we can go through this exercise together so we can move on. How much money do you want to make in 2020? Go ahead and think about that. And I want you to be specific. I want you to say, I want to make $100,000 by November 15th of 2020. Now, that's just throwing a date out there. You can make it whatever you want to make it. You can make it whatever you want to make it. But I want you to be specific. And then I want you to figure out how you're going to measure that. You know, how you going to measure it? Are you going to do it by what you invest? Is it going to come from stocks? Is it going to come from bonds? Is it going to come from you starting a business? Is it going to come from you collaborating with somebody on projects? Where is it going to come from? I want you to think about that. That's measurable. What actions are you going to take? What sacrifices are you going to make? You see, actions and sacrifices kind of go hand in hand, because you may have somebody that make a whole lot of money, but they don't have a whole lot of time. So you got to figure out which one is more valuable. Is it time or is it money? See, when you get the money and then the time goes away, now you got a quality problem, either one way or the other. But I'm here to tell you, you will find a balance, but you got to prepare for it. And also, you see this move right here, mind, what goes on in the mind first, and then you're dealing with the move. Think about that. This gonna help you get that balance, that motivation or that demotivation to make your money. So what happens is, once you set in your mind, I wanna make X amount of dollars in 2020, and then you start looking for it, you start collaborating, you start researching, you start investing in things of that nature. Now you motivated to make your money. And guess what? When you start making it, a lot of the problems that you had prior to, they go away. Now you got new problems. Give it up for new problems. Before I move on, I want to know if you guys have any questions in chat. Type it in chat. And do y'all need any more time to go over this? Do I need to have any clarity for you guys? Any clarity? How y'all doing out there? Type it in chat if y'all need me. So the third M. So the first M is mind. The second M is mood. Equals your motivation or demotivation to make your money. Money is the third M. So what you think, you have neurotransmitters in your brain that tells it to produce a different hormone based off of your limited beliefs, learned behaviors, and experiences that you've had. That mood is going to dictate your actions, or your non-actions for that matter, your motivation or your demotivation to make your money. Does that make sense? So all of that is centered around the 2020 vision. When you think about the 2020 mission, I'm possible, one of the ways that you can keep you possible is you got to block everybody out. So when you stand tall and you say, you know what, I can't let anything control my mind, my mood, and my money, guess what? Automatically you train in your brain to say, I deserve what it is that I deserve, without anybody else getting in the way of that. It's so many people let the opinions of others from the past, from 17 BC to current, control their motivation to get out of bed so that they can be their best self, to get out of bed so that they can be great, to get out of bed so they can get the thing that they know that they deserve, what God has for them. I think a lot of times we focus more on the human flesh than the Lord above. That's where we make the mistake at. And no, I'm not up here trying to be preachy in church, but it is what it is. I believe in my God. I am not where I am by myself. When I tell y'all, literally, I've had many nights where I've had anxiety attacks. I've had many nights where I couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl myself out. It wasn't easy. But because I believed in my motto that I can't let anything control my mind, mood, and money, which was given to me by God. I'm not even gonna tell y'all no lie. I literally was in the kitchen one day and it just came to me, and I've been stuck on it ever since. And I'm so glad to have Tonya as my partner. She's a biologist and she is the mastermind. And if you want a 2020 mission, I'm Possible workshop t-shirt. It don't say workshop, it said 2020 mission I'm Possible. Please let me know. We also have mugs and some other stuff for sale too. I actually have a workshop that's coming up too for It's My Money and I Want It Back tax workshop. And I'm gonna be giving away, somebody gonna win a seat in my next I Can Coaching life coaching class to become a certified professional life coach. That's a $9.95 value alone. All right, so we're gonna move on. I want you to think about this. What is your motivation? You know, why do you want this goal? I mean, why do you even want to accomplish whatever your smart goal is? Think about that. You know, and then as I dig deeper, list 3 benefits. You got to know that. What are 3 benefits of you actually accomplishing your goal? When you think about that, when you think about a better lifestyle, less stress, you're able to do more with your kids. Those are 3 fantastic benefits. You know, so I want you to think about that as well. And then I want you to think about what is the pain behind you actually not accomplishing your goal. Think about that for a minute. That's just as important. I can be up here saying, woo, all day long. When the reality of it is sometimes and all the times when we don't accomplish our goals, what ends up happening is we find ourselves back in a circle in the airport. Going nowhere fast, doing the same thing, getting the same results, which is not even conducive to what it is that we're supposed to have. So what is that pain like? And then if you achieve your goal, who would that help? Who would that really help outside of you? That's getting back to your motivation and that why and things of that nature. I will also have these sheets for y'all too, so that y'all can fill them out, and you send me your email, and then I'll make sure I blast it out to everybody. The other thing, obstacles. Y'all can get ready. Obstacles gonna come. It's gonna come. So I need you to be aware of that and not get stuck. Get prepared for it. You know, one thing about success, there are always gonna be some types of failures. You're gonna have the known and you're gonna have the unknown. Be prepared for that. Don't get discouraged. Obstacles are basically a part of success. Think about it. If you wanted to get to the top of the mountain, now these knees ain't that good. I'm gonna tell y'all. And I'll be noodled up probably halfway. But if the goal was to get to the top of the mountain, these knees gonna shake until they break. But guess what? I'm gonna get to the top of the mountain. I'm gonna be like Rocky when I get there. And I want you to do the same. I want you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, which is the point. Also, I want you to think about set different levels for your goals. Now, don't go to the $20,000 a month in 2020 if you are barely at the $2,000. We have to be realistic. That's where that R comes in. So specific. If we want to make the money to $20,000, measurable, we can do it by checking our bank accounts, the profits from it. Is it the actions that we're going to take? We're going to collaborate and do things of that nature or invest. And then it has to be realistic. You know, you have to be one of the people to say, hey, I have this amount of money to invest in things of that nature. That way I can actually get to the 20 grand a month. And then a real time frame. It might not be 2020. It may be 2022. But as long as the time frame is realistic, you won't get discouraged. The point is for you not to get discouraged. And you set different levels. In 2020, I'll get to 5 grand. In 2021, I'll get to 10. And then you do it that way. This way you can stay on target, and then you can have an extraordinary goal, which would be the $20,000 a month. On top of that, you know, how would you be different? How would you need to be different if you're wanting to reach that goal? Think about that. How would you need to be different? A worthwhile goal often requires us to look at the things we need to do differently. In order for you to achieve this goal, you got to start making smart goals and realistic ones. In order to achieve this goal, you got to think about the things you need to start doing, stop doing, and who is the person that you need to collaborate to help you get there. Who is the person that you need to collaborate with to help you get there? Because I'm telling y'all, money don't make itself. Somebody's spending it. so I'm just saying. So you got to figure out who that is. And then the next thing is moving forward. What are the things, the people, the personal qualities, the information, the knowledge, the schools, the skills and the finances that you need to have in order for you to do what? Reach your goal. You know, some of us are resourceful and we feel like because we ain't got money that we can't make something work. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Me not having money at one point put me in rooms that no dollar amount I could have afforded. My personality has helped me get around millionaires and billionaires. I'm talking about the Lisa Nichols. I'm talking about the Tony Robbins. I'm talking about the ETs of the world. I got the #1 motivational speaker in the world saying I can't let anything control my mind, mood, or money. I didn't pay him for that. You got to be resourceful for what you got, your God-given talent, and bring some type of value, and people will collaborate with you and help you along the way. So figure out what resources you need. And then when you think about taking action, make these things easily achievable so you can feel good about the actions that you're taking. Think about 3 steps that you will need to complete in the next week now, before 2020, to move you closer to your goal. And then think about 3 steps within the next month to get you closer to your 2020 goal. The last thing is y'all need a calendar. Y'all need a whole calendar. That calendar will help you develop like a weekly or daily calendar to keep you on point. You know, this way you can keep up with the seasons and the events that you're going to attend. Those things are important. And it's important because sometimes you can miss out on some very, very good opportunities to communicate and collaborate with the people that can truly take your vision to the next level. Plan the whole year out. Who you want to collaborate with, what you want to do, when you want to do it, where, why, you know, how and how much. Think about all those things. Leave no stone unturned. You have to also lead by example. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. You know, I have, I don't know if you guys read Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich, one of the things that I took from that book is act as if. Not fake it till you make it. There's a difference. Act as if. If you are somebody who wants to be a 6-figure earner or a millionaire, you have to act as if. So the people who are already there make you feel like you are already a part of the tribe, right? I'll give you an example. So if you are somebody who is, just say you're a vegetarian, right? And you go around a lot of people that eat meat, and the people that eat meat, they're like, they pretty much making fun of you. You don't fit in the bucket, right? But if you all are vegetarians, there's a comfort zone there. There's a sense of awareness. There's a sense of you are a part of the tribe, or we are alike. People like to be around people like them. So when you align yourself and you act as if, you can easily step into accomplishing your 2020 goals. And when you put that calendar together, it will also help you stay on track. And then I'm gonna give y'all some tips, and I'm gonna toss it to Tonya. One of the ways that y'all can help, that I can help you guys save money. Now, we all got bills. I know I do. Who in here don't have bills? Raise your hand. Oh, okay, I ain't think nobody was on. Jeremiah, he raised his hand because he a kid, you know. I'm sorry, y'all know I can't be serious for nothing. All right, so bill negotiations. If you have a cable bill, if you have an internet bill, if you have an insurance bill, if you have a cell phone bill, y'all, you can negotiate those. They will negotiate it down because they have competitors. Every year they have different specials that come out. And what happens is you can go back and you can say, hey, my bill is at $250. I got the special at $99. What offers do you have now? That will clear up money so that you can invest. Think about it this way. If you come to them, do your homework. Let them know what the competitors are offering. And this way they will do what? They don't want to lose your business. It's easier and cheaper to keep a customer than to gain a new one. So negotiate your bills down. That's what I did. That's what helped me become debt free. And what I did was I took that money and I snowballed it over into other bills until all my stuff was paid off. I don't have a credit card bill. I don't have a car note. I don't have a furniture bill or any of that because I snowballed all my bills over. And when I did that, it freed up more money so I can be less stressed. And I want you guys to do the same thing. Different ways that you can make money. Start a business. Turn your passion into profit. You know, if you're somebody that likes to make candles, god dang it, be the best candle maker. and then market them the proper way. And if you need a business coach, guess what? I'm there. I actually help people start businesses, grow businesses, or make money in their sleep. You can actually become a certified professional life coach through my I Can Coaching Life Coaching School. So if you need help, by all means, let me know. I'm looking for you so I can help you. And then this way you can become debt-free and stress-free. So that is the end of the SMART goals. I'm gonna run this back by you guys. I want you guys to know that get ready for the naysayers, get ready for the haters, get ready for the people who don't understand your vision for 2020, because they won't. That's why you need to join the group 2020 Visionaries so we can hold each other accountable. SMART goals, make sure it's specific, y'all. Don't be vague. I need to know what it is and how much of it is it. Make it measurable. You need a way to measure it so that you can know how successful you're being with it or not, and if you need to make some adjustments. What actions do you need to take? What do you need to do to accomplish this specific goal? And then as it relates to realistic, does your lifestyle warrant you to be able to save money or negotiate or whatever that thing is? Yes, it does. And you can take my advice. I did it. You need to. And then a timeline. Make sure you put a timeline by it. Numbers, for some reason, hold us accountable. If I got $5 in my bank account, if it's 5 o'clock in the evening, if there's 5 people at the event, you know what I mean? If I got 5 strands of hair on my edges, all of that matters. I'm just saying, numbers hold us accountable. So you got to be realistic about what you well, you got to be realistic, you know what I mean? Make it in your SMART goal. And then the every formula, keep that in mind. Mind plus mood equals your motivation or your demotivation to make your money. Woo! All right, I'm gonna check in on chat, and then I'm gonna let Tonya get ready. She's gonna time in. And y'all, when I tell y'all, this is like one of the smartest women I have ever met in my entire being. I actually met Miss Tonya in California, and we've been bonded ever since. When I tell y'all the power of collaboration is at its best as it relates to Tonya and I, and of course with Terrell and I too, but Tonya is actually the co-author of my book that will be coming out soon that will dive a little bit deeper into why we think the way we do and why we react the way that we do and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna take up her time. I've talked enough. I'm gonna end you guys after Terrell, and none other than the Miss Tonya Moore. She's a high performance master certified professional life coach.
Hi, Toy. Can everybody hear me? Woo! All right. So I'm gonna change my view here so I can see myself. I only got 10 minutes and I got a lot to say. So I want to make sure, as a performance coach, I start my time. We got it. We're going.
Go.
I want to say hi to Candace and Dale and everybody that's online, John and Deborah and Denisha. I mean, there's Zafar. Is this the Zafar I know? Let me just know. I just need to know. Type it in chat. Is everyone there? Because I am so excited. How many of you are excited? Okay. So as a scientist, I have a lot to say on this issue. But I'm going to try to keep it very high, a high vision of it, okay? This works, why your mind works, what works on that. Now, I'm a biologist. Let me just tell you a little bit about me. I've worked 25 plus years, woo, I'm getting old there in age, as a biologist who works on how a living creature can thrive in their environment. 1 year, though, I found myself waking up in a bed 300 pounds and not thriving in my own. And so I had to figure out why. Why don't we as humans thrive? And I think it is, we're so confused in different things and we don't utilize what we have the best of. What Boy is talking about, your mind, your mood, and your motivation. You use those things together and you align your body, you align your spirit, you align who you are, you can go much further, much faster. So I want to talk about first vision, your vision, because I want to make sure we're very clear on this. And I want you to type it into chat. Do you have a vision? What do you think is different between a vision and a goal? Have you ever thought about that? There is a big difference. A vision is something you feel. I want to be a great mom. I want to have a lot of money. I want to travel all around the world, and I want to do all those things. Well, guess what? A vision isn't specific. It isn't smart. That's why you need the goals, the SMART goals. Because see, our brains, they have this part in the back, and I won't get too scientific, called a reticular activating system. It's RAS. And this, the only goal of this neurons that are in the back of your mind is to filter in information and filter out information. So when it knows what your vision is, it knows what the goals you need to have to get to that vision. Then you start getting very specific on those goals, and you put those goals up where your eyes can actually see it. This gets your body working. Where your mind and your mood go. So we need a good vision. I haven't seen anybody type in a vision yet. Does anybody have any kind of vision for 2020? What are our visions? We need to know. We need accountability for that. When you say it out loud, when you actually tell someone what your vision is, it's much harder to back out, right? That's why we have accountability partners. And that's why we say that, because it's easy for ourselves to say, oh, I couldn't do that. I was just too tired. You got all that. But when you have to announce it to someone else, you're like, okay, I got it. So let's get a big vision, whatever your vision is for 2020 or your vision for your life. So specifically, what is one? Reach the 100 book mark. Wow. All right, Tammy. Yes. So that is a specific goal. What's that vision, Tammy? What is that vision going to allow you to do? How's it going to let your body feel, right? You're going to say, oh, yes, I like this, right? So reaching the 100 book mark is a goal. It needs to be a SMART goal. And then the SMART goal is actually broken down just for the year, you know? So is that 100 book mark for 2020? If that's for 2020, how do we get there from where we are? We work backwards. Your mind always is in the end game, because your mind wants to know, what's the goal? What's the goal? Where are we working towards? You're working towards your vision with the small, SMART goals. And then each day, you have to celebrate those goals. Because what does that do? I got to stand up for this. So as you work on your vision, this big vision of having enough money to go on vacation when I want to, love my children, what some people call your why. Shoot, if you're a mom or a parent, I already know your why. They are your kids. But your vision is for them to have a good life, to pay for college, to do those things. You may not know specifically what to do. But this year in 2020, you want to write 100 books. Perfect. You want to write your first book. Perfect. Then you work backwards. You work backwards in that. You work what you want to do each month, each week, each day. It doesn't mean you're going to meet every goal, but when you have it on a board and you can see that goal, especially when you break it down like that, you start to feel it in your body. And your body says, wow, I'm feeling it. That's your mood. When you see it every day and you celebrate your wins, you know what? Sometimes we don't make it to our goals exactly as we have them. But when we celebrate those wins daily, it brings your body and gives you some momentum, some motivation to keep going on. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? Right? So it says, I'm already 54. The vision of my family will be further than we are at now. I have outlines for 20 books. All right, you already, look how far ahead of game you are. You already have outlines for 20 books.
Wow.
20 books. All you have to start with one. Let's make the goal to finish one of those books. How long is it going to take you? Let's put that SMART goal up. Let's be specific. Let's be measurable. But then I want you to tell you, how is it going to make you feel? When I'm finished with that one book, I'm going to be happy with myself. I'm going to be proud of myself. I'm going to be able to move forward and have the motivation to do book number 2. Sometimes we get stuck in that we don't know how the goal is going to be done. You don't know how you're going to write 100 books exactly, but you got little points that you measure it. And you say, you know what? If I get 1 done, then I'll get 2 done. And guess what? The 1 may take longer because you're just learning, and you have to learn it first. It takes a little bit longer, but then you get better. And by the time you're doing, you're like, I got 3 books out in 3 months or 2 weeks or whatever it was, because you get the motivation. Because when your brain knows where it's going, when your reticular activating system is not afraid, and it's a whole other issue we can't get into today. But when it is not afraid, when it is ready to keep going, when it knows what you want to filter into your top part of your brain, the reticular activating system pushes all the information up to the top part of your brain. And this part of your brain, that's the knowledge, and it works it out. That's why people tell you you don't know to know the how. Well, you have to know the start, and that's what your goals are. Because once you start doing this, your brain says, oh, that's what you want. Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want. And we know this. Have you ever said, I want a new car? You never saw that car anywhere else. Nobody else had that car that you liked until you thought about it. And you said, I want to buy it. And then suddenly everybody owns it. You're like, oh, I see one there. I see one there. I see one there. That's your reticular activating system. It's saying, okay, she told me she values this. She wants this. I'm going to show her how to get it. And when you put that together, when you put your brain, your body, and your beliefs, or your mind, your mood, and your motivation all together, you move as one system. And the brain is secure. The brain feels safe. And when the brain is safe and knows where you want to go, you can't help but to have your goals. You can't, because it's just who you are. And how do I know that? Because I used to be 300 pounds. I didn't have a goal to be 50 pounds, to lose 50 pounds, to lose 100. I had a goal to be healthy. I had a goal to have a body that could take me to where I wanted to go. So as I started to not focus on weight, like everybody told me to, specific goals. Now, I had some goals. My goals were hike 3 times a week, exercise 1 minute. I started with 1 minute a day.
Wow.
Because that's all I could get my body up to do. But you know what my brain started saying?
Wow.
Oh, she's the kind of woman that gets up and exercises every day.
Oh.
But 1 minute wasn't the problem. The problem is what my brain would think. Oh, it's too hard. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Too hard to lose 50 pounds. Too hard to lose 100. But it's easy to get up and exercise 1 minute. It's easy for that, and then for the motivation to come. Now, granted, I didn't stay at 1 minute for long, and I went up to 30, and I still don't like exercising. I don't like exercising more than 30 minutes. It's not me.
Same.
This is the body I got. I never went to a weight. I never dreamed that I would be this weight. I never dreamed I'd be this healthy. I went to the doctor today, and the doctor said, you are so healthy. She said, how did you become this? I said, because I had a vision 10 years ago to be where I am today. That's what I want to leave you with. Use the tools you have, the brain and the body, in a way that allows you to live a life that is wonderful and completely and utterly meeting your goals. That's all I got, Toy.
That is fantastic.
And if anyone has any questions on that, you can just type in the chat. I'll be here typing up any response you would like.
Fantastic.
But I also,
Yeah.
I also want to hear what Terrell has to say about motivation.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for rocking with me, Tonya, all 19 into 2020. I look forward to doing great things with you guys. How amazing to be aware of how the mind works and how it affects our mood and things of that nature, and then our motivation and demotivation to do whatever it is that we need to do to get the results that we want. So, man, Tonya, thank you so much. I am, man, so honored to share this space and this platform with you. Now we're gonna toss it over to Mr. Sexy himself. Hey, he know I was gonna say that. I'm gonna let him break that down, and I mean that in the cleanest way possible. When I tell you this is a mastermind, oh my God, he's a mastermind strategist. He's an author. He's a motivational speaker. When I tell you he was doing Mind, Mood, and Money before I came down the hole, down 3rd Street on the way here, he was way before my time. I'm joking. Y'all know I cannot be silly because this is my emotional home. My emotional home is happiness and laughter. And the reason why I'm so happy and bubbly all the time, well, most of the time, let's be clear, is because I choose to be this way. So you have a choice too. So I'm going to toss it over to none other than Terrell.
Greetings, everybody. I'm very excited about everything that I'm hearing tonight. But I'm gonna let you off with a little secret right now. Right now, I'm not going to be sharing anything that you don't already know. Okay? If you haven't heard it, you felt it. I am a firm believer that you really can't teach anybody anything. You can provide the resources, the techniques, or the inspiration to pull it out of them, but you can't pull anything out of somebody that's not already there. So what I really want to deal with is the things that get your greatness stuck inside of you. Because all of us were born to do something great. I remember when Albert Einstein said, everybody is great in their own right, but if you judge a fish by his ability to climb a tree, he'll spend his whole life thinking he's stupid. So let me say this. First of all, greatness is already inside of you. Nobody has to put it in you. Nobody has to teach you anything, but you do need the resources and the inspiration to activate it inside of you. And that's what I believe I was put on earth to do, to wake up the dreams and passions inside of other people. Now, let me talk about this. All of us have a certain level of ideals or material traits or social norm that we've accepted as that's just life. We call that normal. But I want to caution you right now, the things that you call normal, you picked it up along the way. I guarantee you, Bill Gates is not having the same conversation in his house as Joe the policeman on the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mom. I guarantee you there's some different conversations going on. They're not talking about, are we going to be able to pay the light bill at the end of the month? They're probably talking about buying a light company. So when you grow up in that type of environment, you have a different mindset of people who have been around people with limited resources and limited expectations. So now when these people go out into the world, they know how to talk big languages. They know how to hold conversations in big rooms. But if we've never been there, we've never been exposed to it, then what happens is we have a limited understanding, and we call that limited understanding reality. It is not reality, it is limitations, okay? If you've heard anybody say anything was impossible, they don't know what they're talking about. I remember when I was a kid watching the Jetsons, I thought it was impossible for somebody to talk to somebody on the phone and see their face while they talking to them. Guess what we doing right now? Something that was impossible just 30, 40 years ago. So let me tell you right now, first of all, you gotta fix your mind that anything is possible. I just believe the resources are there, the people to connect with exist, and anything is possible, those willing to put in the work to make it happen. I'll say that. So, but what happens when we hang around a group of people or we've been in a certain environment and it sets up what we call normal, we have to break those patterns. What we call normals is really just the habits that we've created and that we accept. And not only physical habits of what we do, our thinking patterns, the habit of how we think. If anybody on this phone has ever been in a situation, you say, man, I keep getting close and it keep falling apart. Or I keep almost about to do this and I'm almost out of debt and I'm almost out. What's in the way? You. And if we're going to change this, we have to set up the type of pattern to help us get out of our own way. So what I did, I decided to put something together, and I called it a strategy chart. And matter of fact, I'm going to kind of show it behind me. I can't go through it because you can't really see all of it. But my strategy chart is about managing your life, your ideas, and your goals, okay? Because you have a life, and if your life is unhealthy, it's going to be hard to develop your ideas, and it's definitely going to be hard to focus on goals when you need some oatmeal to eat or something. So you have to manage your life first. And if you look on this side and you can't see it, anybody want it, you can send me an email at terrell.monger@yahoo.com or go to my website, terrellmonger.com, and I'll make sure you get this chart. But I have it broken down between people, information, and activities, because our life consists of the people we hang around, the information we receive, and the activities which we are involved in. So in this chart, the first question I ask is, who are the people you hang around the most? I'm not saying the people you like the most. I'm talking about the people you hang around the most, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's your church member, whether it's just you and your kids and your spouse. But who are the people you hang around the most? And then the second section says, what information do you take in the most? So if the information you take in the most is a Atlanta housewife, you gotta be honest with yourself. This is the major part of the information that I receive. If the most information you see is the gossip in the break room, you gotta be honest with yourself. This is the most information that I receive. And then you have to look at the activities that you're involved in. If your activities include watching TV at midnight, eating popcorn and ice cream, you gotta admit, these are the activities I'm involved in. But when you look at the people you hang around the most, the information you take in the most, and the activities you're involved in, I don't care how bad you want something, I don't care how bad you believe it, these are the things that is fueling your life. Okay? And so if you look at that and you start looking at the ideas you have, and let me just make this clear, your ideas are the things that you've been thinking on, that enter your mind, maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that, but ideas have to be developed. And if you're around a bunch of people that already have limited beliefs, it's going to be hard to develop your ideas the right way. Especially when you've ever been excited about something, and as soon as you talk to somebody, they didn't say yes or no, but something about their energy just took the life out of your ideas. You have to recognize that, because those people are not adding to your life, they're actually taking away from it. And if you don't realize it, you'll be around people that drain your energy and you'll never develop your ideas. Now, your ideas may be, hey, you know, I want to start a school one day. Hey, I would like to get to a point where I can take 3 vacations a year. These are the things that you just think on. But when you get to the point where there are goals, now these are things, as you just talked about, with the small goals, these are the things to say, this is what I'm going to do, and I want to do it by this date. And then once I get to that date, I'll start managing the steps from there. But I just believe as we start accomplishing small goals, we're motivated by our progress. And I love what my sister said. She said, I'm going to exercise 1 minute a day. Who can't do that? And once you start seeing the little successes from the small things, now you can say 5 minutes or 10 minutes and get to 30 minutes. That's the same way in life. Don't get up and say, well, I'm going to save $100,000 this year. No, just say, I'm going to put $20 on my next paycheck to the side. And once you get in the habit of doing it, then you can increase what you're doing. So we have to develop habits that lead to the goals that we want. So after you've identified the people you hang around the most, the information you take in the most, the activities you take in the most, then you have to say, are these things enough to develop my ideas, and are they enough for me to accomplish my goal? And if the answer is no, later on in the chart, it starts showing you, well, what type of people do I need in my life? And you say, you know, I might need an accountability partner. I might need a life coach. I might need a certain type of person. Now you are meeting people with a person, with a purpose. Because if you don't have a purpose for your life, you'll let anybody walk in and out of your life. But when you know what you want to accomplish, now your eyes are open and you know why you need to meet people, and you'll start drawing those type of people into your life. People that can enhance your life, enhance your ideas, and enhance your goals. And now you can start looking at information. I believe information is only retained if it's important to you. Nobody can teach me how to fly a helicopter because I don't want to fly one. Okay? But if my child was stuck on an island and the only way I can get there is by this helicopter, now I'm paying attention, because now I have a reason to retain the information because I'm about to do something with it. But if you don't have a passion for something, it's something you're trying to accomplish, information will be all around you, but you'll never retain it because you don't know what you want to do with it. So once you see you're not receiving the right information, well, now I know, you know, I make an only watch Atlanta Housewives once a month. I need to be watching some YouTube how-to videos. I need to be going to some conferences. I need to be reading some new books. Okay, and then when you start looking at the activities you operate in, you say, you know, I play with my kids, you know, I go to church, and you know, I walk in the park. If those activities don't help enhance your life or develop your ideas or accomplish your goals, you need to start writing down, what activities do I need to be involved in? Maybe I need to go to some networking groups. Maybe I need to start taking up creative painting classes or creative writing classes. Now you can identify activities that you can put on your calendar, and now when you're paying attention to it, you'll drive past billboards and see things that you wouldn't have paid attention to before, because now you have a reason to be involved in certain activities. But if you don't intentionally take these steps, you will still fall on your old habits, your old thinking patterns, and you will still have the same old life. I'm going to tell you, information and people are around to help you, but if you have not made a conscious decision to do it yourself, nobody's going to make you learn anything. People don't have time to fight with you about you. If they feel like you stuck and you don't want to do anything, you can say, well, didn't nobody tell me? We told you, you didn't listen, and we weren't going to drive ourselves crazy trying to give a chicken eagle flying lessons.
Oh, come on.
It's not going to happen. So, but when people see you're hungry for knowledge and you're appreciative of knowledge and you want to do something with it, they'll be willing to teach you. You've heard it plenty of times before. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Life will teach you. You'll be sitting down at night looking at a Burger King commercial, and it'll speak a revelation into your life that you never dreamed of, because now you know what you want to do. But you have to start writing it down. What are my ideas? Ideas are not goals. Some ideas, they're probably not even meant for you to do. And some of them meant for you to do, they're just not meant for you to do right now. But separate your ideas from your goals that you can take steps to accomplish. And you'll find out that as you start attaining small goals, you'll start developing your ideas and you will get more done. So that's the purpose of my chart. I'm glad to be connected. I do these things called a sexy cup of coffee every Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning. But I do that so you can take small strategies to go through your day and go through your week, so you can get more out of your week, more out of your day, so you can make the proper connection. Because as she said earlier, I am the sexiest man alive. I have no question about that. But it's not what you think it is. It is about developing your social level, your education level, and your communication level, because that ultimately affects your influence level, which also messes with your income level. So I give certain things to help develop your social level, your education level. Education is not just about academics, it's awareness, body language, vocal tone, facial expression, recognizing environment. And communication is about taking your natural thoughts and emotions and translating them into the environment that you're in a way that it is acceptable and understandable. And this is a skill. You talk about a boy that grew up in the housing project, who all his brothers was criminals, his daddy was a pimp, his mom was in a mental institution, but I figured out a way to navigate through life. And I found out that the way I navigated through life, there was a formula to it, and I put it down, and it just became sexy to me. But that's my principle, that's my formula. You can follow me at TerrellMonger.com. You can even go on my website and check your sexy score to see how influential you are in different environments. And also, you can download my app. And if you want me to come have these type of conversations in your living room with your friends and your family, send me a request. We're going to come set it out. We're going to get it popping, and we're going to turn the whole neighborhood up, because that's what I do. But I'm turning this thing back over to Toy right now.
Yeah, I'm off. Y'all, can you hear me now? Fantastic. Y'all, oh my gosh. When I told y'all we got some powerhouses from different walks of life, but with strengths of, oh my God, amazing guys that's around you guys who can hold you guys accountable and have the proximity, little proximities to help you get to the next level. And I want you guys to think about something, and I'm going to tell y'all this before I end. So, yes, I have a six-figure business. Yes, I run with gladiators. Yes, I've made it to places I never thought that I would make it to. But it hadn't been easy. There was a time when I used to compete and try to figure out, how did Susie or Joe or John accomplish their goals in life? Why is it that I can't have a nice house or designer clothes, or my kids aren't in private school? You know, what are they doing? You know, I found myself questioning my own greatness and shrinking myself in rooms I could have been big in. I missed out on a lot of opportunities and things of that nature. But one day, because of me shrinking myself, I was riding down, this is a true story. I was riding down 240 headed to Nashville, on my way to Nashville. And I can remember looking at the trees. And you know, the trees, some of them leaves were missing, some of them were fully blossomed, some had colors on it and things of that nature. And it started to make me think of the way I used to compete with other people. And so as I'm looking at the trees and we look at people and things when they blossom and we question ourselves on why am I not blossoming? You know, why am I not at the place that they're at and things of that nature? And as I looked to the left side of the highway and I saw the trees that looked dead. And I'm thinking, like, how is this even possible where you can have the same street going in one direction, you got blossom trees and you got other trees that look dead. To somebody that is on the outside looking in, somebody, to you, to somebody, you look dead is what I'm getting at. You look dead. And what they didn't know, and what I didn't realize is, when the trees were, the leaves were missing off the trees, that was its way of laying dormant, so that they could prepare themselves for the winter time and to preserve and conserve the food and water and minerals so that when their season come around in the springtime, they too can blossom. So while you are out here on this journey, and it's gonna be some ups, it's gonna be some downs, it's gonna be some turnarounds, but guess what? Stay focused. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on the grind so that you can reach your goals. And along the way, just know that your God-given talent, the thing that you desire, you absolutely can have. The only person that is responsible for you getting it is you. So when you put you first, you take one step, and it's okay if your knees shaking a little bit, because you know sometimes when you're trying something new, I want y'all to see these knees shaking. When you're trying something new, it's not going to be comfortable to you. Just like a baby when they first start walking, and then you get you get stronger, and then you get stronger, and then you start striving, and then you jogging, and then you sprinting, you running, and you have won the race. Along the way, keep that in mind. It's okay to lay dormant. It's not your season if it's not happening at the time that you think it should be happening. See, understand that things happen when it's supposed to. Don't get caught up in when it was supposed to happen. No, when it's supposed to happen. There's a difference. Stop holding yourself back and telling yourself, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I had done it in 17 BC, I would have been here. You didn't have the mental capacity to be there. You didn't have the finances to be there. You didn't have the mental proximity to be there. You didn't have the accountability to be here. So what I'm trying to tell you is lay dormant. It's okay to lay dormant. Be okay and keep your head down, baby, because your outcome, oh my God, is so amazing. Your 2020, oh my God, is so amazing. Your 2021 is just as amazing. I want you to keep growing and going, keep growing and going. And along the way, remember not to let anything control your mind, your mood, or your money. I do have something that I have to thank you guys. Thank you. Let me shout out the people online. Terrell, if you can call their names out. If you got it up, I want to make sure I acknowledge them. Give me 2 seconds. Guys, I want you guys to hashtag ICC mission I'm possible. ICC mission I'm possible. Or if you didn't get that, ICC 20 I'm possible. ICC 20 I'm possible, along with hashtag I can coaching. The person that has the most of them, hashtag I can coaching, and then hashtag ICC 2020 I'm possible. Leave the third one out so it can be less confusing. So 2020 I'm sorry, I just lost it. 2020 ICC mission I'm possible, and then I can coaching. Those are the hashtags. Put it on your social media platforms. Tell us about your experience. Give us the feedbacks. The person that has the most posts, I will definitely put you in a drawing to become a certified professional life coach. And my February class is a $9.95 value. If you want one of these 2020 Mission I'm Possible workshop t-shirts, please let me know. We have them on deck. We also have mugs too. I Can Coaching, life coaching mugs. Make sure if you have not, follow me on Instagram at I Can't Coaching, and I'm Girlie, Girlie Marie. On Facebook, make sure you follow me there, and I will follow you back. To get ready to close this thing out, I also have some freebies for y'all. I've helped over 100 people worldwide to become bosses and CEOs. From life coaches to clothing stores to makeup artists, I mean, you name it, I've done it all. I'm one of the first and the only within 5 states to have a globally accredited life coaching school. Woo! That's like my biggest accomplishment of 2018. I'm telling y'all, it was not easy, but your girl made it happen. Black, white, yellow, polka dot, otherwise. I did it with Tammy. She's on here as well. And Jessica, thank y'all so much for having my back. Terrell, thank you so much for doing your thing on here, as well as Tonya. You guys simply rock. If you need an accountability partner, a business coach, I am all of those things. We do have a It's My Money and I Want It Back tax workshop coming up on January 25th. It's $99, but I give it to this group for $50. If you guys are interested, you can Zoom in or I'll hold your seat, as well as this worksheet. If y'all want the worksheet on the Smart Goals, send me your email address to info@ican'tcoaching.com. I'll blast it out so that you will have it, as well as if you don't win, I will take $100 off of your certification as a life coach. And that is essentially the end. Thank you so much. This ain't me in the morning. This is me after 10 o'clock. And before 10 at night. 10 to 10, this is what you're going to get. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. People online, you guys absolutely rock. Tell people about me. Tell people about Terrell. Tell people about Tonya. I want to hear about y'all. Please send me an email with y'all feedback. Y'all will get a survey with some questions on there. Make sure you utilize all the tools that Tonya and Terrell and these smart goals up here so that you can make your 2020 vision possible. And last but not least, my sponsors. Cricket Wireless, 103.5, Mercedes-Benz of Memphis, Deep Look Cosmetics, Tammy Terrell, the mamapreneur. She's almost everything, if you will. Giovanni. I mean, thank you guys so much for making this possible. And just remember, along this journey, nothing happens by accident. You are in proximity for a reason. I want you to take this day, and I want you to take all the knowledge and everything that you've learned, and I want you to let it marinate. Let it get down in your bones. So when times get rough and the rough get going, you can stay on track. And put it in the group. Make sure you join the Facebook group, 2020 Visionaries. We have the capacity to hold you. On that note, I'm down now gracefully. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Y'all rock. This was so awesome. Yeah, we're gonna answer questions. We're still on here answering questions. If they have questions for us, we'll do that. You stretching, Terrell? Oh my gosh. You want to share your story? I just have this right there, so I appreciate it. Put my Facebook name on there, Terrell. Oh, somebody did it, Girlie Marie. Somebody did it.
I did it.
Oh, thanks, sis.
That's Tonya.
Yep.
Tonya, you were absolutely amazing. I haven't
Amazing.
said anything this whole time. You did not
Man, that
here.
was good.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
I gotta stand up. I don't stand up then. Stand all the way up.
When I tell you, baby, I loved it. I mean, she was all in it. I was like, get in it, sis. Get in it.
Wait on it.
Yes.
Wait on it.
Yes. I'm so happy. Oh my God, this is amazing. We're gonna do a recap in the group. Well, we just gonna do the recorded one, and then yes, we're gonna send it out again, and then we'll send an email to the people who hadn't attended, because it was 138 attendees that signed up. So let's send that out to them via email.
It's already set.
Okay, and then you have all the stuff that we were gonna offer them. We need to go ahead and put the links and stuff in that, and then send them the worksheet and all that stuff. So we could give about 48 hours or something. We'll get the stuff sent out to them.
Yeah. We can add those. I can go into Zoom and add those.
Yes.
Now I went in there and I already put the links to the Facebook groups on the after emails that's supposed to go out after.
Gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
And I corrected it.
That sounds good. See, have a good night, love. We finna shut down. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. What is